American women and their sexual habits might surprise you. In this video, I'll introduce you to the world of American girls, and the most intriguing details await you in the second half, so make sure to watch until the end. So, who exactly are American women, and what distinguishes them from women in other parts of the world? American women are known for their strong sense of self-confidence and their embrace of feminism. The idea of equality in rights and opportunities is deeply embedded in their mindset. Professionally, they compete with men on equal terms and actively pursue leadership positions. From the outside, it may seem that American women are so independent that they don't require male attention. However, this isn't entirely true. Attention and love are important for women everywhere. The difference is that American women tend to focus more intensely on their personal goals and ambitions. Traditional ideals of feminine fragility hold little appeal to them. While the confidence of women worldwide often depends heavily on their appearance, American women's self-esteem is far less vulnerable. A few extra pounds rarely affect their self-worth. New York women, for example, don't spend their entire weekends at beauty salons or cosmetic specialists. Instead, they prefer comfortable clothing and remain indifferent to others' opinions. Americans in general are a curious nation. If they like your pair of sneakers, they won't hesitate to compliment you openly, but they're equally quick to give straightforward remarks. Unlike in other cultures where loud conversations in movie theaters might be met with subtle shushes, in the US, someone will directly tell you, "Hey, stop talking! I'm watching the movie." And both men and women comfortably speak up this way. When it comes to relationships, American women embrace equality. They avoid traditional flirting rituals and generally have no problem splitting restaurant bills. If their partner doesn't regularly give gifts or romantic gestures, they won't accuse him of stinginess or threaten to leave. Women in the US often delay serious relationships, opting instead for short-term romances or casual connections without commitment, even one-night stands. Dating apps like Tinder are extremely popular, and casual sexual relationships without long-term obligations are quite common. The decision to start a family typically happens closer to 30 or 40 years old and is usually carefully thought out. Even after marriage, women continue to work, study, and develop themselves personally and professionally. In America, women rarely have to choose strictly between family and career. If a woman struggles to manage household responsibilities alongside work, she often hires a housekeeper or nanny. American women aren't in a rush to have children either. There's a joke in the US that people more commonly adopt dogs than have kids, even though the birth rate in the country is double the death rate. Most American women continue working until shortly before giving birth, partly because there's no legally guaranteed paid maternity leave in the United States. In some states, maternity leave lasts just 12 weeks, 2 weeks before childbirth and 10 afterward, but most companies don't pay for this time off. All childcare costs fall directly on the family, making the decision to have children financially significant, especially if a woman lacks a stable financial foundation. Despite its reputation as a fast food capital, New York is also a center for healthy lifestyles. American women are attentive to their diets, and pharmacies in the city are packed with vitamins and dietary supplements for every preference. Americans regularly undergo medical checkups and remain conscious of potential health risks. New York City offers countless opportunities for outdoor activities and sports. Morning runs, outdoor workouts, and park meditation sessions form an integral part of daily routines for many American women. Beauty standards in New York salons, however, can be surprisingly low. Local beauty specialists don't always offer high-quality services, making visiting professionals particularly popular. Yet local women rarely obsess over salon visits, opting instead for occasional self-care. Shopping is another major part of life for New York women, but their fashion choices are often spontaneous. They buy what they like, even if colors or styles don't match current trends or seem outlandish to outsiders. American women don't strictly follow fashion rules and rarely worry if their style differs from what's currently popular. They highly value individuality and comfortably stand out, a trait particularly noticeable in their clothing choices. It's normal to see women strolling on beaches, dressed in bright colors or bold outfits, indifferent to judgments or trends. One essential aspect of life in America is maintaining a high credit score. A higher credit score allows easier access to loans for significant purchases like homes or cars at lower interest rates. Americans carefully build their credit history because it greatly impacts their financial options, and women pay special attention to their financial records to avoid restricting future opportunities. When it comes to sex, American women might genuinely surprise you. For them, intimacy isn't just an obligatory routine to be performed mechanically. They live by a simple rule: if you want something, just ask for it. Most importantly, they're not afraid to openly discuss their desires. Want something daring or explicit? Just tell her openly. She'll appreciate your honesty and likely suggest something equally exciting in return. American women don't shy away from expressing exactly what turns them on. If you desire something bold or even kinky, don't hesitate to share it. She'll probably be happy not only to accommodate, but might suggest something even more adventurous herself. If you believe American women prefer standard, predictable scenarios in bed, think again. These women love stepping outside the conventional boundaries and frequently experiment, transforming intimacy into a thrilling playground. Their openness makes intimacy exciting, unpredictable, and incredibly fulfilling. They might surprise you in ways that make you feel like you're starring in your own personal adult film. American women dislike monotony. They see sex as a playful experiment rather than a routine. They won't limit their encounters to the bedroom. Expect creativity and spontaneity, from intimacy in the shower or kitchen to passionate encounters in cars or even outdoors. American women are unafraid to explore new settings, always eager to add excitement to their intimate experiences. Role-playing is another area where American women truly excel. Want to see her as a seductive nurse, a strict teacher, a playful schoolgirl, or perhaps a dominating executive? No problem. American women genuinely enjoy embracing different personas, bringing playful fantasies vividly to life. Their enthusiasm for role-play can be so convincing that you'll quickly forget it's just a game. Exploring fetishes openly is commonplace among American women. Unlike in many cultures, they're not afraid to admit having specific sexual interests or fantasies. Whether it's a particular clothing preference, certain behaviors, or adventurous sexual experiments, they're usually quite open to exploring. In fact, American women often see fetishes as healthy expressions of individuality and creativity, embracing them rather than viewing them as taboos. One noteworthy cultural trend in American intimacy is the normalization of casual sex, especially among younger generations. It's common for Americans, both men and women, to have casual sexual relationships without long-term commitments. Such relationships are openly discussed and widely accepted. Dating apps have only accelerated this trend, making casual encounters easy, convenient, and stigma-free. However, despite this openness, intimacy still carries emotional significance. When American women do settle into committed relationships, they often prioritize emotional closeness, communication, and mutual satisfaction. Another intriguing trait is the openness with which American women discuss sexual health. They're proactive about contraception, regular health screenings, and maintaining sexual well-being. American pharmacies are filled with supplements, vitamins, contraceptives, and products to enhance sexual health and satisfaction. Open discussions around safe sex and consent are normal and encouraged, further highlighting their comfort and responsibility towards sexuality. In addition, American women are remarkably vocal about their expectations and needs in intimate settings. Unlike in cultures where women quietly accept dissatisfaction, American women expect clear communication and mutual enjoyment. Surveys show that many openly discuss their preferences with partners, leading to greater overall satisfaction. It's worth noting that American culture's open approach to sexuality is reflected even in popular media and entertainment, from openly discussing sexual topics in TV shows and podcasts to explicit themes becoming normalized and widely accepted. Such openness might surprise people from more conservative backgrounds, but for American women, frank conversations about intimacy have become commonplace. To summarize, American women's openness about sexuality, combined with their creativity, confidence, and adventurous nature, makes intimate experiences with them vibrant, unpredictable, and unforgettable. Their willingness to communicate clearly about their desires and boundaries only enhances intimacy, leading to deeper connections and stronger relationships. If you've had personal experiences or noticed additional traits in American women, please feel free to share them in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more insights into fascinating women from around the world.